Back when I used to feel things, I when I was having a bad day, I'd eat imitation crab and sweet pickles. Welcome, friends. All right, guys. So we're back. Another week of the Glassmith Pod. I'm Billy. I'm joined with Kurt, Jonny, and I don't know. Today we're gonna discuss like how our 420 event went, what we have going on in the shop coming up, like how quickly we're gonna open, what's going on for our grand opening party, and then we're gonna go over a couple products that we're excited about, a little bit of stuff that we're knowledgeable about. I'd like to give a special shout out to fucking Haze Connect. Like we've been on this Haze Connect all like 2 weeks,
at least.
Whether it's the flour or the hash rosin, like we've been laced up, like fucking smoking big. It's been really good. They got probably right now it seems like probably the best flour / THCA stuff in town.
I'd agree. I really like the Lucky also, but this is just through the roof.
Really good. It's nice like dealing with them as like a local outfit, like, you know what I mean, just being able to kind of communicate and talk, like knowing who the people are is really, really helpful. Kurt, so how was your week? You've been pretty busy?
Really busy. Finals, work, internship. People continue Slack messaging us right now.
Yeah.
But good week. How about yours?
It's been all right, man. You know, like I guess a little bit stressful, like overall my like my employee relations have been kind of rough. How much stuff we're doing is kind of like, I guess like in a way I'm motivated, but also a little bit taxed. Like I'm looking around. I'm like, what are we doing? Like, where's the like? Where I know we're trying to make money. We're trying to grow for the future. But then it's like, how much are we just leaking away? And so like, I don't know. My mind necessarily hasn't been in the most positive place, but not in a negative one. I'm saying working hard. We're almost, we're getting it done. It seems like everything's going good today. We got bombed on with this direct message about the overall unpreparedness or lack of professionalism from the glassblowing like side of our last event. I'm like, man, dog, I thought we did pretty good. So I'm kind of taking it as like a little bit of a hit, like it's a senior in the business, But I don't know. About you, Jonny? How's your week?
Good.
Yeah.
I cut my hand and I electrocuted myself.
How'd you cut your hand? You care to share that story at all?
I was standing there drilling something and Billy came up behind me and he goes, boo! And I pulled my hand really far back and it started spinning real fast and just sliced my hand. So
the version of the story I like to tell is similar, but it was more of like a mental push, Like where like you come up on somebody, you kind of rattle them emotionally, and because they're emotionally rattled, they stop thinking about what they're doing. And like, so yeah, like these metal parts, like, for the outlet, it's really like sharp. So he's holding the outlet, trying to drill a hole in it with the drill, except the drill wants to spin the thing. And so right when he's doing this, like focusing on it, I'm like, you know who you remind me of, Jonny? And he didn't like the person I said. And so he mashed the button and he just like cut the fuck out of his hand. What happened to your finger the week before?
Oh, man, I sliced my finger on a mirror. Like, I've had this broken mirror sitting in my hallway for a little while. 2 broken mirrors that I wanted to hang up on my wall because I figured it would be kind of cool. And I haven't hung them up on the wall, and then I slipped and I fell and I sliced my hand on them.
When you slipped?
Well, like, slipped is an exaggeration of words. I'd say, like, there's this pull-up bar in the doorway. And I jumped onto it, but like I jumped upwards, and in the process of jumping upwards, like I knocked it off the wall, and then like I tried to pull down on it, but really just pulled it down on top of me, and then I like fell on my back, and I reached out and I cut off the tip of my finger.
I think overall your hands are gonna be really, really solid for it. Like I know like glass blowing for all that time is like one of the things like like actually, like I just got my finger on the when we were bringing in the bar for over here. Like we were bringing it down right off that step, and we had it on this wheel dolly, and the wheel dolly kind of like,
it was too small.
The bar's hollow underneath, and we didn't have it on the edge right, so like we were kind of barely on it, and we crank it over, and the bar caught me in the middle, except it wasn't like Like, I feel like somebody who didn't have hands have been through some things that would have bled more, hurt more. But I kind of just moved past it pretty quick. I wasn't too embarrassed in front of the dude that was out there.
He was over there sucking on his finger. He was like, "You got a paper towel?"
I was all picking up my pants. Like, my pants are sagging all hard. I'm doing this kind of waddle. Yeah, it was pretty rough.
We were definitely heavily unprepared for the weight of the bar.
Bar's hella badass, though.
Bar's hella
badass. So it's
badass.
a real move, like with a marble and shit. It's really
offered my help.
Yeah, if we would have taken Austin.
Yeah, it would have been a really smart move.
Or $2.
$2.
Or one big dolly.
We could have done some things better.
Mm-hmm.
We even only had one strap. So, like, one strap for the
and then it's way too big for my truck bed.
I feel like we've talked about this. Like, it's crazy that anyone can own a truck.
Yeah.
Like, that should be illegal.
I don't understand that. Like I should have had to go through some type of safety course.
To be able to put stuff in the back of a truck?
No, to own a truck. Well, maybe to put stuff in the back of it.
To have
just the capability
to have a trailer hitch
yeah.
or to have a truck bed, you should have to go through some type of.
We actually talked about it on the way back. Like, what would happen if the strap broke and the bar fell off the back? Like, what do you do?
There's like a 200-pound bar.
So what do you do, Kurt?
Well, like, realistically, I would probably make the mistake of stopping and trying to solve the problem. The real thing to do is drive off.
Don't you think at night, like
It was late at night.
So don't you think like the next car driving hits it?
Runs into it. Like, you
For
gotta
sure,
stop.
Next car, no matter what,
But,
even
like,
if you stop, like the next car hits it.
Oh, like you
Like,
almost have to put your car behind
You stop
it.
at least far as fuck away, and then what? You're gonna back up, but there's hella cars on the
We're
freeway.
thinking maybe
Rows on the
like
yeah.
Like,
yeah,
I know this
don't know.
situation's never gonna happen in the future, so this is completely hypothetical. But we're thinking is that you get where you're going, and then maybe you call it in. You know what I mean?
Think about it.
Like, you get there and you say, then when you get there, you say, "Oh my God, I just got here, and the piano is not in the back of my truck."
I think it might be on the freeway near this exit.
Yeah. Like, I was driving on Mopac, and then I came on at 35, and it's like, I'm not really don't know where it is. Like, I backtracked already, but then you're admitting culpability. But like, so if you don't say anything, it's like basically a hit and run. Like, what if you kill a family on with your piano? Anyways,
Well,
I don't want
to like a news report, like family runs into train.
you, man,
and
I've had
train
a-
and the piano
I think you
on-
gotta stop.
I've had a dark week.
I think you gotta stop and call it in right away.
Yeah, well, and like if it's not super busy, I almost think you throw your hazards on and try to get behind the piano.
Yeah. Then if somebody hits you, it's their fault.
It's their fault for sure.
True story.
Sorry, I found this piano on the fucking freeway.
Some jackass didn't put enough straps on their car. They only used one strap.
Yeah.
That one shot was chill. It didn't wiggle.
Anyway, we made it back hella quick. There's no problem at all. So what'd you do for your 420, Johnny?
Oh, I went to Oklahoma. It ended up raining, but it was super cool. It was my mom's birthday, so she got a large cabin, I guess. That's what you call it.
Cabin, there was a swimming pool?
Hot tub,
Really?
basketball court.
Like a hot tub, like 3 people can comfortably fit in it, or like all 18 people.
Like 6 or 7. It was a
Okay.
pretty big hot tub.
Yeah.
You
It
put
was
6 or
definitely-
7 like family members?
I never got in the hot tub. I think only a couple people got in the hot tub. But nobody brought swimsuits. Or I think maybe a couple people brought swimsuits. I don't really know.
They went in, you don't know if they went in naked or not?
Mm-mm.
I'm just curious.
No, I don't know. But I had like for 420, I got really high.
Like, what, you just smoke weed all day? Like, did you do anything special? Anything
Or, yeah,
different?
usually
Or is
what
it
you
just
normally
joints
do?
like this one? Like joints with this filter?
Wax joints. Actually, I rolled a couple of no filter wax joints. I took a bunch of edibles.
Did like the family and friends smoke with you?
Yeah, almost everybody smoked. Everyone took edibles.
Really?
Yeah, the morning of 420, I kind of walked downstairs and just gave out an entire 30-pack of sweet sensitive.
Were you
And
the
then he
last
laid
person
out.
left, like at the end of the night?
No, not at all. The first night, I got pretty drunk and went to bed around like 2, and they all stayed out till like 4. They stayed like they fucking around till 4.
It's cool, man. Sounds like you're hanging out with some real stoners for 420. Me and Kurt, we were actually pretty busy. We were throwing a
What'd y'all do?
420 party in the rain. So
And we could have used your help, but your
I
mom
heard y'all
pulled
were
us away.
unprofessional because I wasn't there.
Man.
Yeah, well, it would have been so professional if you were there, but instead
Well,
you got
I'm
us
a really pro guy.
buffoons.
I think maybe part of the problem is that you weren't there to like, you weren't there mentally to help me like buy tents. Like, so like when I'm buying tents because it might rain, you might have been the person to say, hey, let's get some tents with some sides on it. You know what I mean? Where me, I'm like, oh dog, $50, a score. So then when it starts to rain, the fucking rain's coming down. We don't have sides on the tent, so it's like. Psh.
Well, and we have two 10x10s pushed up together, so there's like a
crack
slit between
in the middle.
them. And then we have the kiln underneath that crack.
So I said
Which
we
is
got
cool.
this. So I said we
Yeah,
got this
yeah.
message, Johnny. You're pretty privy to what this message said.
Yeah.
Not like so. Not being at the event. Do you think that it would have been just a better idea for us to like it was storming and shit. Like the DJ had to leave right away because of the rain. One of the artists early on in the day fucking pulled out. Like she was blowing glass and she said, "Fuck this, I gotta go." And we're like, "Well, we're really really sorry." But then the next, okay, sorry, I'm defending myself. What do you think?
I think the situation is like you offered them. I'm pretty sure that you
We offered it like
you were
3
like,
times.
listen, I think it's gonna rain, but as the person that you are, you want to support the community that you're supporting, and still hosting this event that you promised everyone you were gonna host. Like you're gonna come through.
So you think it better to muscle through than
it's on
to pull it?
420? Like what do you mean? Like
We had a huge day at the shop. Like it was the biggest day of all time on a really rainy day.
Well, and it was
Right.
really shocking the number of people who like it's pouring down rain and like there were still people watching. There were people who like tried to go under the tents to watch, which was really shocking. Like just random people. They were like, I don't want to be in the rain, but can I watch under? And they were like the glass blowers were chill with it. Like it was really really cool. Other than the one person who backed out, which I can't really blame her. Like it
Okay.
started really coming down.
Oh,
we had to
man.
move the kiln. We had to like pull a bunch of shit out of the rain. But other than that, like Jeff and Baby Dabs both blew glass while it was pouring down. Like they had no
well, I
bench
heard
space.
everyone had some fun.
Man, I
Everyone
never
had
seen
fun, I
anything
think.
like that. Them pulling glass in the rain like that.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, it was crazy.
I
was
think
wild.
that's pretty badass though.
Yeah, it was cool.
Like you said
Everything
you were
was
gonna
pretty
do
good.
something, you still did it.
The challenge cone didn't smoke that good.
Thanks,
but,
Austin.
But we had it. Don't blame the man, you know? I think that's just a
What
hard one.
happened?
He packed it too tight.
I don't
Listen,
know,
I
man.
just followed the directions. and,
Challenge shit. It's just a big ass fucking thing, man. It has to work. I don't know, but it was cool. It hit.
And I
Like it
think
got
that
patched up. They
we cut it
did
in
this
half
thing for a little while.
and then it smokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just the top half.
Chill.
Well, I think that like next year, like I think last year, the how you did it was way cooler. Like not that the challenge cone wasn't cool, but having like 50 massive joints, like because you did like the 3.5 gram and then probably like 5 to 6 gram joints. It seemed like you were just rolling like
Yeah.
fat joints.
Well, it's 'cause
That
I got
seems like the way
stuck
to
with
go.
a shift in the morning, and then we bought a pound or a half pound, and then we couldn't come up with we bought a pound and we couldn't come up with the pound joint. Like we were supposed to get that cone that Rock came out with that fits the whole pound. I believe it's the only one that I haven't done yet.
Really?
Yeah.
What's it called?
I don't.
That's all good. No worries.
But it's the biggest one that they have, and we couldn't get it in time. So then we just rolled all the weed up into joints.
Huh. So, what do you think we moving forward, like, so on the retrospect, Kurt, what do you think we should do?
Like if it's raining out,
Yeah.
I think it's the supernatural cone, or is that smaller? Than
Smaller.
That? Oh,
Yeah,
it's a
smaller.
12-inch cone.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
No, okay. Like if it's raining, I think it depends on the crowd. Like overall, the people who did come out, I think enjoyed it. Most of them in the group chat, whenever we were asking them about like, should we cancel this, should we not? Most of them were like, let's blow glass in the rain. Who cares? I think that because it was 420, it was a little bit harder to cancel. Like it's not like most people who came out to the shop were coming out for 420, not for the event. Like if we hadn't had an event, we still would have had a crazy day. I think that in the future we would just like if it's not like the grand opening, like if it was raining or you're doing that outside, we could just move the event to the next day, and I think it wouldn't be that big of a deal. Whereas with this, it was like the event was for the event, like the event was for the holiday. You know what I mean?
Yeah, people want to blow
You
glass in
wanna
front
celebrate.
of people. Right, so it's like the glass blowers
Yeah.
want an audience, and we want the glass blowers, so we want the party to be like. That's why
Yep.
That's one of the reasons the store has it.
And like obviously like 420 we're gonna do like some sort of a deal anyways, but like to do 25% off, which attracts more people, and then not have bud bar, not have music, not have glass blowing, it's just like okay, we're just doing
Just 25% off.
Yeah,
no
we're not bringing
no
attention to
real
all the other
party.
shit we're doing.
Yeah. That makes sense.
So like that's kind of like I think it just depends on like what the event is. I think overall the glass blowers who came out didn't really care that much about the rain. Like I think they almost thought it was cool.
Yeah.
Like it was unfortunate. Like,
but it was a cool scene, man.
But,
It was really
yeah.
cool. Yeah, it was cool. And if you did it and succeeded, you definitely think you'd look back on it at least at some point, like, damn, that was a positive experience.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you look back at it sketchy or whatever, but you already lived through it.
Yep.
So it's not like you died.
Yeah,
it's
the
not
puddle
like
you were
died
saying
because
didn't
of
get
it.
electrocuted.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that one of the things that I thought too is that if we could make it more guaranteed on the time slot, that would be nice.
Yeah, that was rough because like I think part of that was my lack of understanding of connections. Like if I knew that there's a propane connection that's notched, there's a propane connection that's not notched, there's the barb versus the screw, and there's probably 3 others. Like each of those, there's the metric versus standard version of it. Like there's like 12 different propane connections. If I had known that, then I would have been like, hey, like we have the notched metric propane fitting or whatever. Like make sure you have that on your torch, or I would have ordered all of the different things. Whereas for this, like we tore our whole bench apart. Like our West Campus glass blowing station is inoperable right now. There's just all the hoses are cut, everything's taken apart. Johnny didn't know that.
What?
Because we have.
It's all fucked up.
It's
Because the
super
Quinn
fun.
and Kurt went part hunting. Like they need because
Quinn went part hunting.
just like tore
I
things
gave him the okay,
apart,
though.
man.
I
Yeah.
worked so hard on that.
Well, it's
no,
not
it was
it's
you
not
and
the
I.
outside. It's
the inside.
It's the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to redo some of that shit anyway. So it's not that. It's not like
That's the
not a huge deal. Not a huge deal
Sorry,
at all.
Johnny.
I got sad.
So I think we're like, and then the other thing we do is we make people have the fittings. Like
Yeah.
now, we're going to announce the fittings that are acceptable to bring, and then we still go out of our way to bring all the rest of the fittings.
Extra,
Except we give it to the previous artist what they need on their end.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like if they just bring hoses that are cut, sure, we'll have the barbed fucking male to go into our female end.
Which
that
would
we
almost
have.
be
Or we
ideal.
could just make a handful of adapters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
but
what
like,
we're gonna do. We're gonna have all the different size shit.
and it might even be beneficial to be like when you bring your torch, have your torch with an open hose, like that way. Like we're gonna have a barbed fitting, just bring an open hose. Don't worry about what fitting you have. Just cut your hose or attach a hose onto what you have.
What if they have a different size hose?
Can't.
I think that it's relative.
But we get to. I'm saying
Yeah,
we
that's a
get
good
to
point.
dictate some of the shit, so they have to do some work ahead of time if they want to
And then
get in.
The other thing
And
that
then we
I've
just
been-
look out for the people that can't follow rules.
Well, because I was gonna say the other thing I was thinking is like Holden Golden ran into the problem where his torch just didn't work. Like we still don't know why. Like he couldn't get oxygen to come through his Herbie.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
And his everything else on his line, like his mini torch
And
and
so
his
I
Bunsen burner
think
had
if
oxygen.
we were in a more like, as we go on, the competitions that we're hosting would hopefully be more competitive.
Yep.
And he'd be out.
Well, either
like,
he'd
that's
be
like
out
a-
or
That's like, dang, it's kind of rainy outside. Thank you so much for coming. We appreciate your participation. Right, but if we're
Oh.
really running a competition and you can't get your shit started, that's
Yeah.
on you.
Well, I
Like,
was almost gonna
or
say-
it would have cut into his time,
yeah.
and your time still ends at the same space. So we can help you out, except your time has already started. You
Yep.
have your 30 minutes in between to get it hooked up. So I think we did 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
We should definitely do 30. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like the other thing is like I think at Glass Vegas they have nationals. Like if you read the website, it says like you'll be competing on a national, but you can bring your own torch. And so like that could be the other thing is we just get like a really
Make
shitty
sure
torch,
that
a red max
we
or
make sure that
national.
the 2 phantoms are hooked up,
Yeah.
and people can use them if they want.
Yep.
So hook up your own shit if you have the settings.
Yep. And Phantom's a little bit like if someone's ever used a GTT before, it's a kind of sus to let someone just use the Phantom because they might clog it, they might like melt the face
Yeah.
of it. In 2 hours they probably won't, and like obviously we could be paying attention and be like, hey, you gotta stop doing that or otherwise you're out of here. But if we had like a Red Max or a National just on hand,
Yeah.
where like if someone ruins it,
some shit you
it's
can't
not
really
as
fuck
sad.
up. Yeah.
And harder to fuck up.
Fucking A. So with the
Wait, I had a question.
okay.
Did anybody get electrocuted?
No,
I almost got electrocuted.
this guy always
Like I
thinks he's
felt
got
the buzz.
electrocuted.
I felt the buzz because the water was coming down in between the two two
Yeah.
tents, and it was just coming right on the cord. And I just think I grabbed it a little bit too close.
Have you ever heard of what is it like when they give you a sugar pill?
Placebo.
Placebo?
I got placebo the other night with you over here.
Yeah.
Like Johnny got shocked. He said, "Whoa!" I moved my shoulder like hella fast, and it sent like this kind of shock through my shoulder. And I was like, "Dude, I think I just got shocked by that shit." But I don't think I actually did. Johnny actually did get shocked. You got any other problems you've been having with the build? Like, we talked about your fingers. We just talked about a small electrocution. Like, what else has been going on with the build out?
I don't know. It sucks how many trips I have to take to Home Depot.
How many times do you think you've been to Home Depot?
A lot.
And when you said you thought you got on the Home Depot list, like, you think you really are on the Home Depot list, or you just felt like in the moment it felt extreme, like how you?
Well, so like one of the secret shoppers they have, I'm always like kind of fucking with. They always try and talk to him. It's like he's always there, and he's just like he'll be pushing around one shopping cart with some stuff in it. At one point, he'll be talking, and then he won't be having that shopping cart. A couple minutes later, and he'll be talking to a worker, like following a customer. He's so obviously like the head secret shopper or some shit. But yeah, I think that the other day we were fucking around a little bit too much.
And when you say fucking around, like, what do you mean? Like, what are you doing in the Home Depot to cause?
Well, so there's two different shopping carts. I think it starts with there's two different shopping carts you can get. One of them is like a shopping cart with like this thing on the back that doesn't let you pop a wheelie, and one of them is the shopping cart that's the old shopping cart that does let you pop the wheelie. The one that doesn't let you pop a wheelie has this little safety thing on it, so where if they want, they can click a little button in the office
and stop
it whenever you're walking out the door. It happened to me before. Whenever I think they were just fucking with me, is one of the days that I talked to the dude. And so now I refuse to push around that shopping cart. I'll only push on the other shopping cart.
Oh, because
so Tracy,
they kept pushing the button on you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, they just did it once, and so like I didn't fuck with that.
Was it okay? Was it you were just sorry to interrupt? Go ahead. No, keep going.
Well, and then me and Tracy were pushing around shopping carts at Home Depot, and he had gotten the one with the thing on it, and I was like, I just didn't fuck with that, so like I just got another shopping cart. And then like I kind of bumped into him, and then he hella bumped into me, and we knocked down some plants. And then I kind of bumped into him, and he went like straight into like the end cap. Like he like went over dramatic with it, and like went like straight into the end cap, and like definitely like dented the end cap, and like knocked a couple things off the shelf.
Yeah,
but,
like hit the box of the
picked up the things. Like it wasn't like we were like ha ha ha.
No
ha.
criminal, nothing criminal.
No, like nothing like fucked up. And then
do you know anybody who's ever changed the locks on any of the?
Yeah, we've done that before.
The codes at
Home
Depot?
They're fucked at Home Depot. They like if you need help, like they lock up the shit that you really need, and if you need help to get it, it can take them 30 minutes or more. We asked them, and we stood around for like 15 minutes trying to get some wire, and nobody came. And so then we just started
drinking some water. Is that what y'all started to do?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, take your time.
We started looking at these locks, and then we just guessed the code. We guessed the code on one of them.
What was it?
I don't know. Something random.
How, like you guys just kept changing through the number?
No, like I just looked at a couple of the locks, and like they were all like on the same number, but
everybody
it was, like,
changes
wrong.
one number.
And then you just
I've
change
noticed
one number.
That's
and then you
slick. So you could go look at a couple locks and see what.
Yeah, because it's just an entire wall with like 7 locks.
They're all 1, 2, 4, 6.
Yeah. So you just
so then
go.
we changed the code, and then we opened it up, we got what we wanted, and then we were like, well, fuck this shit. So then we like changed the code on all because it's really easy. You just turn the lock like all the way like 90 degrees, where it's like facing the way, push it up, turn it again, and then you can turn it to whatever you want. So then I just like spun the numbers and then locked it and then spun the numbers.
Okay.
Damn, you're a dick.
Yeah. Well, I was really annoyed. So my assumption is that they just cut them off. Like they're Home Depot, they got a bunch of them.
So once it's open, you know how to change the combo. How do you do that? That's you put it to all zeros or something, and then push it up.
He just explained it.
I just explained it.
He just explained it.
Give
you
it
pull it up,
put
turn
it
it
in the
90
code.
degrees.
Okay. I did hear that part.
And you push it in, turn it again,
and
and then you can change it where you want.
Yeah, I remember that.
So we did it to all of them, and then we left. But that wasn't this day. This day, and we started pushing down shopping carts, and then at some point, I was like rolling on the shopping cart. Like I would like push it really fast and then hop on, and then like I was ahead of him, and I turned around, I was like speed it up, and then he pushed his shopping cart at me, so I pushed my shopping cart really fast at him, and then they like smashed into each other, and then this dude started recording us.
Well, like a Home Depot guy?
Well, so in the aisle with like all the drills, they got like the Ryobi dude that's there. Like he's got the Ryobi shirt on. He's got like the Ryobi tools. The Milwaukee dude will be standing there sometimes.
Yeah.
This was the Ryobi dude, and he was just like videoing us. I don't know who he doesn't like work for Home Depot, but he works for I guess Ryobi.
And he was on videoing.
Yeah, he was just standing there videoing.
Did they
us.
fuck with Tracy's pedal, like his wheels?
No,
You know, he had the one with the
his
wheels and
shopping
stuff?
cart ended up like stuck in
Huh.
then like we pushed it again, and then it ended up like stuck this way like in an aisle, like stopping people from coming out of the aisle, and we just kind of left it.
So I think everything about the build is hella cool, but one of the coolest, most recent things you guys just did was the ventilation system.
Ventilation system was sick.
So give me a quick rundown of how it works. Like
Well-
start from the roof, like the roof unit.
On the roof, we put a giant ventilation system. It's got how many CFMs? 3,500.
3,000 max, I think, is what it means. Like it's a 3,000 CFM fan, but I think that means 3,000 max.
So the cool thing about this fan is you don't actually have to control it. You just gotta you control it by opening up the amount of vents. If it's got like a bunch of ventilation, then it'll speed up and it'll take on its full maximum power or whatever
So
you said.
it's taking
maximum
as much
to be.
as it can in.
Mm-hmm.
It can feel the flow.
Yeah, you can feel the flow. So then whenever you open up all three, it does drop down a little bit because 3 is probably more than what it wants overall. If we set it to 100%, 3 probably wouldn't drop it down at all. But I don't know that you want it set at 100%.
I think they said it should be set where
Wait,
it's at.
so like
I
like if
80%.
you have it just on the glass blowing area, it'll be pulling from a certain like I said, at a certain level. When you open these other
80%.
ones, it'll just up on its own.
Yeah, it stays at
Oh,
80%.
that's really
So
cool.
explain the vents. What do you mean? Like we open the other ones? Like you're
Oh,
like,
the vents are super cool. We bought electronic dampers. So we ran a 12 or 10-inch duct all the way through the whole building, and then we put cutoffs. So like a spot where we put a hole, and then ran a little damper, which is like a piece that's inside the duct.
so it opens and closes it.
Yeah, it turns like this way when it's open, and then this way when it's closed.
And what, you just turn a little handle?
No, you flip a switch. We got like electronic ones, and then we wired them up to the.
That shit's
To an
fucking
outlet
crazy.
is
Just so
into
y'all
a
know,
little
Billy
switch
knows
wall.
all this. I'm the only one that doesn't know any of this. I don't know how any of this works.
Yeah,
What are you
it's-
curious about?
What are you curious about?
I was really curious about like how does it change the C, like is it like a pressure thing? How does a CFM RPM change?
Oh,
on
it
its
just
own?
knows based off the suction. Like
So it is a pressure thing. It's like it almost doesn't want the pressure in a room to get too low to where you're just like pulling like doors closed on
yeah.
its
So
own.
if you have it flat on the ground, it will barely be spinning the thing.
Because it can't suck any air.
Oh, that's really cool.
So it just won't break. We can't really like it
Yeah,
will.
like,
it could break like, if you
it's
left them all
designed to
shut.
not.
It's not good for it, but it won't really. You'll fuck up our ducts before you'll fuck up this thing.
Johnny was talking to a dude on the phone, said that it was gonna fucking slam the doors shut. Like 3,000 CFM is a lot, and this is only a 1,500 square
Yeah,
foot building.
I told him how many square
He said
foot
we're
we
not gonna be able to
already
open
left.
the room. Except this place is kind of like there's a lot of air.
Yeah, well, like even these walls, like I think that these walls probably let air in from that room. Like this door isn't closed.
No, and even the outside, there's like cracks, like kind of
Oh.
like there's cracks on the outside doors. There's a couple spots where there's like where the roof comes over and there's probably a little ways in. Like so, there's just like it's
not
sealed
really
but not sealed.
Okay.
It's not like a new building.
So then,
This
like
shit's old.
with the glass blowing a room, does that one also have a little switch to shut it off, or is that the only one without it?
No, everything has a switch. Well, it doesn't have a switch yet. We're building a duct still. Like that's the last thing we have to do, and a countertop.
And so then
One
we
last
have ventilation in the main room, in the glass blowing studio, and then in the cold working room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
and they all
One
have a
right above the
switch.
bar for the dab bar. One right in Glassmith. Well, actually, the Glassmith studio is
Oh.
gonna have a double vent, I think, because we're like some smart guy down at the end of the couch said the hood should be an L, so that we can blow glass in two different directions. And so we're
Okay.
working really hard to make the hood an L. And so with the L, instead of having one vent, we probably need two.
Two, so it pulls from both sides.
Yeah, the two might be a struggle though. It could be like I was thinking about this, Johnny. What do you think about this? Is that we have the two, one on each side, but that one is gonna suck air from the other. If you just have one, they both suck air the same
That's
direction.
what I think. One in the corner.
One in the corner is
Equal.
better than two separate. So you think?
Mm-hmm.
I think so too.
One in the corner, like L, and it's right here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I understand. Is your ringer on? Is that you? I keep thinking it's my ringer. No?
Well, someone wants to know the password.
So with the ventilation done, we should have a pretty easy time at this at our grand opening event. With
So
getting the
hopefully-
glass blowers in there.
Yeah, because the problem we were gonna run into is that we were gonna have two people facing a wall, and like I think that if you put like me and Quinn or me and Billy in the room, or like two people who work here in the room, it would be a non-problem because it's just like you're working, like get over it. It's a little bit uncomfortable. But like if you're having a competition and you're trying to put two people competing right next to each other, like it's like if you're trying to pull a point, it's gonna be really really uncomfortable. For a lot of things. And so with this, we could, in theory, either have two people facing the glass wall, which is 10 feet versus 8 feet, or we could have like one person facing the wall, one person facing the window, where you have way, way, way more room than you would otherwise.
Yeah.
And then the way that we're doing it to where you can actually like have people in like different orientations in there is we're gonna have two like torch stands. And so instead of it being like a table set up, it'll be something you could like pick up and move if you wanted to.
The torch stand, I saw the bottom of one today, and it's this big old.
Oh, he bought the stuff for it?
He has a rotor from a car, like the brake
What's
rotor.
a rotor? Oh, okay.
It's this huge,
It's that
heavy ass
heavy
part.
piece
And
of
I think
metal.
he probably has one from a big ass truck. And I asked him, I was like, man, so we're gonna be able to lift this? And he said, yeah. I said, so I can get it in the back of a truck? He said, for sure.
Oh, cool.
So I think it's gonna be probably the right heavy. And he said what he's gonna do is go in between, I think, 36 and 48 inches. So if somebody really tall wanted a high bench, 48's all the way up. Somebody
'cause he's gonna have
regular
it
size,
lower,
36 is
lower.
hella low. Yeah, so it's like,
It's gonna be like a tube inside of a tube, and you can like tighten it.
yeah, some
Okay,
shit like that.
Cool. Sick. Yeah, so we're gonna have glass blowing competition. We're hoping we're gonna do it from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. 12 artists, 2 at a time, 2 hours apiece, and they're gonna be making spoon pipes, and then bud bar, dab bar, raffles. We're talking about maybe live music, which is the thing that we've kind of gone back and forth on. Is like DJ versus Spotify playlist. In my opinion, and it seems to be the overarching opinion, is that's the same. Like if you go to a rave and there's a DJ, that's way cooler than a Spotify playlist. But if you go to the Glassmith for the grand opening event and there's some guy like bumping it over there,
The
like, who
problem
gives a
is
fuck?
that it's hard to get a DJ that understands vibe.
Yeah.
Right, so it's like essentially the argument is like, not to get too deep into anything, but this is AI versus human. Like the Spotify playlist is AI. It says you want to hear party jams, let's go for it. Now we could go Spotify playlist that somebody already put together, so they weren't trying to curate their own vibe,
Yeah, like Austin has a great taste in music.
which that's cool too, right? But if you have somebody that's like that, this is what they decide or that they want to do or that they are doing, hypothetically they're supposed to be better. So when you get one of those people enough times, as like in my experience, I've seen enough of DJing by Spotify playlists with very little, like, because the DJ is supposed to be able to look out, right? Like if I'm playing Sir Mix-a-Lot and nobody out in the crowd is fucking vibing to Baby Got Back, then I have to switch this shit to Bob Marley. You know what I mean? If Bob Marley isn't making heads, Bob, then we got to switch all the way over to like Red Hot Chili Peppers. You know what I mean? Or whatever, like whatever a good DJ would do.
I realized I hadn't hit it 4 times.
Nah, you need to keep smoking that shit. I smoked that dope. I want to smoke on the next one. That shit's all down to the cardboard filter and shit.
No, it's not.
So who are some of the glass blowers you've been
It's
in contact with
So,
about getting in this competition?
Right now,
And what's it like? We settled at $750 for the winner.
yeah. Oh, so prize pool $750 for the winner.
Right now,
Right
we're
now.
working hard to get it higher.
Yeah, higher, and we're hoping to try to get some sponsors to help throw some stuff in for it. I've reached out to Puffco. Hopefully, they don't get mad that I commented
You
on
thought
that 'cause they probably
about
won't
you thought
respond.
about hiring Carta.
So Carta's on my list. I'm probably gonna hit up Luca too.
A lot of people say that shit's better.
A lot of people do. I don't know about it, but I've kind of switched my opinion a little bit. But the thing I didn't like about the Carta was that their solution for not spilling it, like a travel top, was it's just a little pin you put in it. Like it's just a little piece of rubber you plug in. But Johnny was
That's
telling
all
me that the
Puffco's
Puffco's
is.
looks fancy, but it's actually the exact same thing.
It's the same thing.
And so now I'm less of a hater. Like I really liked the first Carta.
Do you think it's too chintzy to go off-brand with it? Like,
What do you
like
mean?
try to get an off-brand
Oh.
company to sponsor? Like, because
I
there's
don't think
off-brand
so,
Puffco out
because-
there.
Oh,
Like the Shark or something, you know?
well,
I don't know what
I
it
think
is.
the Shark's made by Luca.
There is a Shark?
I
Yeah,
think
so like
that-
Luca, you know?
So like no, so I don't think that that's necessarily bad because the other one's Dr. Dabber, and like Dr. Dabber is trying to be their own thing. They're kind of like a cheap Puffco, but in the same way that Carta is. And I think that there's a fucking bug.
It's not.
No.
They're totally. It was right in
Fucking
front of my face.
tripping.
I think that it's almost like it would be like the Puffco person's the Apple, like they're bullies. Like the Carta isn't probably isn't worse, and Samsung isn't worse than
Sick.
Apple. The Puffco person just like, well, mine connected to my phone, and then we're all like, well, we all know that it sucks.
Dude,
Like,
every
the
time I see a
connection
green,
sucks.
every time I see a green message, I fucking say represent. Let's go,
Yeah, I
Samsung.
like it. But
What? I can't. I had the screen, so I take a photo. Take a photo of you right now that I want to send to my homie Tracy. I had to screenshot it and then send him a screenshot.
oh, because it saves differently.
It saves it a live photo whenever I take it as a photo, and he can't. It won't go through to his phone as a live photo.
Why don't you just not take
Huh?
a live photo? There's a little button you can press. to
What,
turn
say
it
that
on.
again?
I fuck it up all the time.
Try to say that again. Just a little clearer.
When I want to send a photo to
That
this
sounds like
dude-
a run-on.
this
Go
dude
ahead.
that doesn't have a great phone.
By great phone, he means
Oh,
not an iPhone.
okay.
Well, it's like I'd say.
He's got a Samsung
Why not?
Galaxy fucking 27.
No.
No, definitely not.
Cricket Mobile or something.
Cricket Mobile's a
That
mobile
man, you get
brand.
service
not-
everywhere with Cricket though.
Yeah, but they also have a phone.
Oh, do they make phones now?
Well,
they
you
have-
can just go get whatever Cricket deal. White label is a white label.
Oh,
Cricket.
okay.
Yeah,
And
like
that's
it.
probably a Samsung, but like most likely an older generation.
An
Samsung.
older, or like the A58.
But my
or
daughter has
whatever.
like a Samsung S5 or something. Like it's just like a different. It's not in. Maybe it's not an S. Like it's
Well, there's
something
the A.
else.
There's like an A series, and that's the like budget series.
I'll
of
show
Samsungs.
you his
Yeah, she has a
photo
cheap-ass
quality.
Smart.
Does Catherine have an iPhone?
No, she won't get one.
Nice.
Hold out, man. She's stubborn. I said, why don't you get one, baby? She said, nah, fuck.
But yeah, so like what you were saying,
He sent me that photo.
what is that?
Those are just like the photo quality.
Oh, yeah, that's a
Overall.
shitty phone. I don't remember what we were talking about. They got us onto this topic.
Oh, we're talking about artists that you got coming to the fucking
Oh,
for
yes.
the grand opening
So-
party on June 1st. June
So
1st,
right now
2039, Airport Boulevard.
confirmed, we have Kit Cans who.
I've known Kit Cans a long ass
Yeah,
time.
I don't
Who's Kit
personally know
Cans?
him. He's a
Glass
local
blower
artist.
out of Fredericksburg.
But like I think that he took. It seems like based off his Instagram, I don't know for sure. It seems like he took a break for a little bit, and then he's like back on the torch. But he's been posting about his new setup he's doing, and it's
Clean.
really badass. All of his work is really, really, really clean. I think Quinn has like an old pipe of his from like 2015, 2016 that's really badass.
I use a little marble for my Puffco top at the house.
That's one of his.
Uh-huh.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, like I
But-
never used it for a collab, and I just put it on the thing. It fits perfect.
How's your Puffco looking?
Dirty.
You need Johnny to clean it again.
What
soon.
Why is it?
what other
dirty?
artists you got?
Kit Cans, we have Dosh World's confirmed for it. And then I have Jeff, who's our second place winner from last time. Baby Dabs, his girlfriend, who's the third place winner from last time. And then I just confirmed Lux, who's another local.
Okay.
And then Craig Lewis just got back to me. I haven't read the message.
Okay.
I
Cool,
read the
cool,
top
cool.
of it, and it said he would come out to check out the studio, but I don't know if it said he would come out to the event yet.
Right on. Good to hear.
They'll
Yeah, but we're gonna
definitely
hopefully
come
have
out
12
to
artists. I've hit up a bunch of other local people, but I haven't confirmed anyone else yet.
Yeah, we got some sponsors in the works. Like we got
East
Austin
Ciders,
East Ciders,
which is Bishop Ciders. They have.
we
cider cake.
believe Sweet Sensi's gonna pile us up with a whole bunch of really good stuff.
We're hoping Hayes Connect.
Hayes Connect's gonna sponsor the Dab Bud Bar most likely. So far so good with some sponsors. I'm hoping that some of the glass companies jump in and maybe pitch in on the prizes. You know what I mean? Like if we're asking people to pitch in and what they're pitching in for, right? Like we want you to be part of the prize package. So the first place winner gets the $750, but also
They get like a pound of.
5 pounds of color from
Yeah.
Glass Alchemy, some shit like that, or gift card or something.
Yeah, I know North Star for the last one said that they would hook us up with half off on a bunch of glass if we wanted to get stuff for it. But like, I feel like if you're gonna be a part of the prize pool, like you should be sending it out.
I think you should ask them for something specific. $100 gift card for the winner.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I mean?
There's
And
totally
see-
there's
and
a
see
bug.
if they
I'm not
help
gonna
you
swat
down.
it away this time.
There's no fucking bug.
Okay.
Johnny, this is what you're smoking Haze Connect?
Yeah.
Okay.
What strain is it?
Truffle.
Oh, I thought it was Nunya. I thought that was what you said.
None of your
earlier.
business.
None of your business is what I
Huh.
told you.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So yeah, shit, hopefully it'll go good. You know, I think with the band, it's the problem is the space is so small, and it's like the option is to move it outside too.
But then like
Right.
you're moving the entertainments away
You
from
move
each
it
other.
outside, then it's like the parking lot's only so big. So it's
Mhm.
like, how do you kind of measure? How do you have this whole thing?
You
Yeah,
borrow
well-
this space next door?
Like
And
the
you're like the
warehouse
side yard.
or
yeah,
Skylark.
side yard.
Mm,
It would almost be
yeah.
cool to
Or
pair up
Skylark
with
if they were
Skylark with it.
closed.
Like, well, or even if they're open.
After party. Yeah.
Like an
well, it's a
after
Saturday.
party.
I think it's a Saturday. I'm pretty sure it's a Saturday.
Like after party, we talk to them, tell them how many people we're expecting to have out, and like, we would love to have part of our event like moved over to yours, where it's like after like event ends, glass blowing's over, and then we just kind of tell everyone to go over there.
Yeah. So then I'm thinking like maybe music is we just get one like a one person band, like a
Yeah.
singer or a violinist.
That was what they had at
Some shit like that.
the banjo class. Is every night they had music come out for the dinner.
Or just like one dude playing.
And it was like 1 to 2 people, and it was just like bluegrass music.
Oh yeah.
It was really, really, really cool.
Yeah, like setting an atmosphere rather than like the whole show.
Yep.
Kind of.
I like that.
Because then you could just
That's
have
why.
them set up
That's
next to
why
the
we were
bar.
getting the piano, so we have a pianist out here. You know what I mean? You guys are silly. All right, so we talked about the party. So I guess it's time to fucking to talk about products that we're excited about. You know what I mean? Like, Johnny, you want to go first, or you want me to give you my product first?
I'll hear your product. What are you excited about?
So I'm super stoked on lava lamps. Like, basically, maybe 3 weeks ago, I think it was Keller brought up a lava lamp, and I was like, no, man, lava lamps are so stupid. And then Johnny chimed in. He was like, fucking lava lamps are badass. And then Clara came in, and she said, lava lamps are sick. And then somehow we ended up with a lava lamp in here.
It's that one right there. It's fucking doing work right now.
Yeah, it's really going at it.
And they're fucking badass.
Though, yeah, lava lamp is cool. This one especially, man. It's like really, really, really going at it.
Until
So-
you get one from Billy for free. It's
That one's gonna be
It's
fucked.
because he scams you.
With free shit.
So let me
Yeah.
ask you this. We'll get into this story about old lava lamps in a second, and
We'll
like what we
attach a
think is going
photo.
on, like what's happening in the lava lamp industry today. But let me
Fucking
start you guys
lava.
off with kind of the history of lava lamps. When do you think the first patent for a lava lamp was?
1959.
1937.
1950
Oh,
was the first
you went
patent.
over. What do I get
I
for
heard
winning
him
that
say
question?
something
Is it
earlier.
like best 2 out of 3 or something?
Yeah, do you have another question?
Like, what's the prize?
I wanna
Sure,
win
sure,
maybe
sure,
money.
sure, sure. Okay, so
I heard it's
the
750 for
gentleman's
first place.
name who
It's
got the first
750
patent.
bucks. No way.
Here's the next question. There's 2 names associated with lava lamp: Donald Dunnett and Edward Craven Walker.
Donald done it.
Donald done
He
it,
he
for
did. He
sure.
done it.
He done
So
it.
wait, you haven't heard the question yet.
Oh.
Which one of those applied for the first patent?
Oh, Donald done it.
Damn.
Robert.
And
Robert,
like Edward Craven Walker
Edward Craven Walker.
is why.
He's the reason.
So
they
why
exist.
is Edward Craven Walker?
He's the reason they exist.
Well,
It was so-
whose name on the patent's different than why they exist.
Because Edward Craven Walker is the blank
Creator,
Patent signer.
inventor.
inventor, creator.
So did he sign
So
the patent?
he wasn't the first patent holder, but he was the
Oh.
person who made it.
Shit.
On the other
Doesn't it
hand,
say the same thing about,
Edward
like,
Craven
light bulb or
Walker,
something like that?
also 13 years later, he's the first person to sell
guess.
lava lamps. But he didn't sell them under the name lava lamps. He sold them under a different name. But the company is now called Mathmas out of Great Britain, and he was the founder of it in 1963. There was a trade fair in Belgium, and 2 American businessmen bought the idea to sell this product worldwide, a motion lamp they called it, and they called it a lava lamp. And after that, the two American businessmen started the company in Chicago and they called it Lava Brand, and that was in 1963. But the box says 1965.
Huh.
I
Yeah.
can't believe you forgot that one piece of information. Like, you have so much information on these, and
Yeah.
you forgot the name of the brand of the
I'm
company.
very interested though. I can't.
I really
that
looked
could be
into
a
the one. I looked
documentary.
into the one today, and I did see what it was called, but
I don't know that
it
I'd
didn't.
watch
It
it.
didn't. It didn't stick with me. And then I saw the statistic on it that was basically said that the record for the most expensive lava lamp is $25,000, but I don't believe that because I was looking online, and I saw one company that's now out of business that was doing the installations, like these big like Las Vegas installations in a restaurant, and I think those are much more than $25,000. It's almost like if you did a
but
big
the
ass fish
most,
tank.
the most
Hopefully
expensive
we're
lava
about to
lamp or
start
most
making
expensive lava-like lamp?
Well,
You know what I
lava
mean?
lamp,
Like lava lamps is like it's like a
lava
Kleenex,
brand.
Like Kleenex is a brand.
So you might be right. So it could be that the most expensive lava brand lamp is $25,000, where the most expensive lava type lamp is
way
more, $100,000 or something like that out in Dubai.
Well, and like one of the things. Wait, do you have more questions for us?
Nah, no
I
more
want to
questions.
bring up
We've
my
been-
shitty ass lava lamp.
Talk about it. Tell us about your
Okay.
shitty ass lava lamp.
Let's do it.
You gave me a lava lamp. I put the bulb under it. You said the worst thing, or like, all right, I was under the impression the
No.
worst thing that could be done with it is that it's just cloudy. But my shit's way worse than cloudy.
So
My shit, it was gross it was cloudy.
So
for like a little
essentially,
bit.
this is what I'm discovering, is that it's incredibly hard to buy a lava brand lava lamp, like wholesale. Like we can buy some retail if we want, but finding a wholesale is really hard. So I'm looking to find even any 27-inch lava lamp. I find the 27-inch lava lamp, but the place I found it is on eBay. And so they're $179 on the website, on the lava lamp website, but they're $119 on eBay, only for 3 colors. So I ordered 1 or 2 of each color. And so the first 2 we opened were really good. You know what I mean? Like the one behind you is really crispy. No, I guess the blue-green one was pretty cloudy. I believe Keller said hers is crisp, right? But I think these lava lamps are old as fuck. So the Lava Brand Corporation used to make these 27 inches, but they don't make them anymore. And I think it's a COVID issue. So basically, I think lava lamps go bad. And this is what me and Tracy were talking about, is that the pH balance in the tank is just like a fish tank. So it's cloudy because the pH is fucked up. So when I ordered this one shot, which hopefully at some point soon it'll come. I should just order from Amazon for more. Like looking for the best deal on this shit was so stupid. $24.99 versus $29.99. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, you should
That
go
was,
with Amazon.
I thought it was like $60 versus $30.
well, there was a $60. Like some poacher on Amazon was trying to get $60 out of it.
Bastard.
Yeah, it was crazy. But so hopefully fix the pH, because this dude, the advertisement for this stuff, and this stuff is called
Dude, he's got
one
it.
shop lava lamp cleaner. Anyways, what it is said, like the description of it basically talked about how long they spent in working on lava lamp solution. So that you just open your lava lamp, you put the right amount in, lava lamp fixes, automatic.
What is the right amount?
I wonder what the solution is. Like, I would have thought that it's just water and oil.
It's
That's what
well,
I'm
there's
told
some sort of
by Google
there's some
search.
yeah, like
So I wanna try
don't,
making our own.
because it might not be an acid.
We're going to.
Like this could be an acid or a base. You know what I mean? Like I'm not a chemist, but it's like it goes one way or the other to fuck up the clarity of the tank. So it's like if it's fucked up, that means it's either got
like
too
that
much or too
one's
little.
mega clear. But I would feel
I'm
like
trying to
the
think.
clearness would just come from it only being 2 ingredients.
If you're right about the fish tank, like kind of a theory on it,
Well, take off the
then we
topper
should
on
just
that
buy
one.
the stuff you buy to clean a fish tank. You know what I mean? You just pour chemicals in it. You're supposed to take the fish out first. You don't
Yeah,
take the fish
except
out, it dies.
that this has this paraffin in it. So there's
I don't know what that is.
the paraffin is the wax.
the topper
Oh,
off.
well,
No,
it's a
not right
wax, not an oil. I guess maybe is wax an oil?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
but I think it's a paraffin, like a paraffin oil wax, something. It's some sort of mixture that makes it fucking good, right? Like if you saw the green one outside that has all the bubbles in it,
Yeah,
that's
no.
like a shitty mixture.
It's
so
a
the
big one like
so
this?
like no, what's the tall skinny one?
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
the Lava brand, it's like you can tell that they have a really good formula for that shit. So what I'm guessing is that the one shot is something that can come in and fix both. Like it not only uncloudies the tank, but there's something in it that fixes the actual lava.
You
You know what I mean? So like the one that Johnny has, the lava's fucked up. And if you look at this blue-green one outside, the blue-green one is kind of fucked. Like it's cloudy, but it's not like all the way fucked as far as the action of the lava. On the other hand, this motherfucker moves. This one and this one, they got good balance going on in there. The water in that one, the balance is fucked up. Even the wax doesn't move right.
Oh, interesting.
And Johnny said his wax just floats around. Like there's no balls.
Like there's just one
like,
big clump.
Like now, just like pieces.
And now it's off, and it's been off for like 12 hours, and it's supposed to puddling down the bottom. It's like all the way up, and then like a couple.
Can you explain
pieces.
how it moves one more time for me? I just didn't really get it.
Nah. It's wild though.
So I think COVID hit the lava lamp industry pretty hard. Oh, sorry, Johnny. Like that basically there was a few companies and they ordered giant bottles from China. Right? So like this bottle right here, this is a special order from China. And if Lava brand Lava Lamp is the only company in the world that's using these bottles and COVID happens, they're one of the companies that just gets done. There's not enough supply. The supply chain breaks down. Yeah. They can't get the bottles anymore. The price goes skyrocketing. The company's old as fuck, like 1960s. Probably the original family still owns these companies. I thought about that. I was like, well, like, but also it's like I'm believing in something. I'm believing in something because three like 20 to 24-year-olds are like, dude, lava lamps are cool. You know what I mean? I'm like, cool. I'm looking at it. I'm looking everywhere to buy some wholesale. You can't buy them wholesale. Then I'm looking around and I'm like,
that's what I'm saying.
So it's like, so is it basically, is it like which one? Like, did it happen? Like, if I could buy them wholesale, wouldn't that mean that people are selling them? And if other people were selling them, that would mean that people were buying them. But it could be that people aren't buying them, and that's why nobody's selling them. And that's why nobody will buy the business, because lava lamps are fucking stupid.
I'd be willing to bet that if you threw 3 of those on the back shelf at West Campus while they were on, they sell immediately. Like, no doubt. You don't think that like every college kid would be like, I want one of those?
If we could appropriately price
they'd sell so quick.
At the same
well,
price
this is what the speculation is. We think that lava lamps are hot. Now, can we popularize lava lamps? I've thought about all this stuff because, yeah, buying the lava lamp company would be cool. Because I'm like glass blowing as we are, we could basically do this shit like fish tanks. Like that's what Tracy was saying. Is there's the fish tank guys, and the fish tank guys, they weld 2 tanks together and they make all these tube shit so that the fish can swim to its death. No. I'm just kidding about that.
You should describe your idea.
Okay, this is the idea. It's really bad. I don't want you. This is just a made up idea. I don't even know who would think of this. Somebody told me this idea in a subway. So, anyways, you build this elaborate maze, right, for a fish to go through, and at the very end of the maze, it falls out into just this bed of dry. You know what I mean? Like there's no water, like it's just flopping around. And then 15 seconds later, the fucking lever goes and brings it back to the water. No, obviously you can't do that.
I bet you could kind of see like that'd be a good way to tell a fish learn, because if it does it like 30 times in a row, then you know that fish are just really dumb and they don't actually like learn.
Or that the fish likes it. No, dude. I know we can't do this. I can't do this. I don't.
That has blue in it.
Matter.
Here,
your blue is like,
take this from.
I have a purple shirt on.
We might have to edit the whole podcast
like
now.
This.
All right, you guys have any other fish tank? Not fish tank questions, lava lamp questions. Any curiosities?
So like one of the things I was thinking would be really cool is like if you made a recycler, but instead of filling the recycler with water, you topped it off, put this shit in it, put heat at the bottom of it so that it pushes it up. Could you get it to like recycle? Like recycle lava lamp? Does that make sense?
Maybe.
Like I think that would be really cool.
Oh,
that's such an easy way to try.
Really small.
See, because the other thing we all thought big. Like everybody in this room was like, let's do a big one. I thought liquor bottle.
We'd have to.
Like I was like, we get a cold.
Your idea, because I didn't know how to seal that shit.
But we don't have to seal it. We're not sealing it. We have to. The problem for me and Kurt is we have to learn how to make a cap. Because these are all caps. The reason they do it is because there's a cap. The reason that
this shit's sealed, isn't it?
No, you just pull that fucking. You just twist that cap off.
That's what.
No. The glass isn't sealed. It's sealed shut. Like it's a vacuum in there, but
I don't even know if it's a vacuum.
You don't think so?
I don't know if it needs to
Because
be.
we're supposed to just open it and pour the shit in.
Like I'm saying, the
Let
one
me-
shot's
yeah.
the one
Will
shot's
you
gonna
open that
come.
one? I want to see the top.
The one shot's gonna
So then,
come.
really, you just make like you'd make it on like a
Yeah,
25.
it's like a bottle cap.
That's like a bottle cap. That's badass. Like you could just make it like a 25 millimeter tube. Like start off with that, leave the top of it open in 25 millimeter, and then just work everything else on the tube. You know what I mean? And then you know exactly what size cork or whatever you
and then
need.
you can
Yeah,
just
and I
go
bet a
with that
cork would like. I don't know. I don't think that needs to be airtight. I bet it just a cork
I
would
bet
work.
you're
A
right.
rubber stopper.
And so a
too.
big clear Tito's bottle or like one of those big Absolute like.
What's the
I just don't
bottom
know
of
if
it
those
like?
can
Is
take
it
the
just
heat.
flat?
Yeah, it's like a little flat deal. It's a bottle like that holds like
We could-
somebody. There's somebody uses that for something else also.
I'm so curious.
Or they
what-
made like pallets and pallets of this in
No,
1975,
nobody uses
and
this
they
for
just
anything
got to the
else.
very end, and they were like, "Should we order more pallets?" And they were like, "You know how expensive it's going to be to recast all these, because the old factory they had fucking went out of business."
That's what I'm saying. We should buy the company.
Johnny, you think that you can make me a base for one?
I think you should call them and find
Like
out
I'll work
about
on it this weekend. I'll have one for you. Like tomorrow night during my shift, I'll just make a couple of these.
Buy the rights to Lava Lamp. That shit makes a lot of
Buy
money
some
still. I bet.
coils.
I bet they still make money on it. Nah, they're not doing it right though. They're definitely not getting it the right
They're
way.
not doing it right.
Anyway,
They
it
won't
is
let
what it
us-
is.
That would be really cool. Like a lava lamp store with a glass blowing studio attached to it, and every lava lamp in the store is hand blown at the studio.
Well, and so I'm saying you go back
Like
to the
bug
same
pipe
go back
making.
to the same idea, is that you have stuff, you have lava lamps, but then you also sell lava lamps,
Yeah,
like all the kinds. Like like I'm not the biggest fan of this tube one out here, but like shit, that's a fucking seller. Like
yeah,
the
someone's
tube
think
one.
that's really cool, and it's especially cool for like you'd have it instead of that lamp in the corner.
Hear this one out. One where you can see through the base, and it's got like one of those cool Edison bulbs. Like the bulbs that
Oh,
would hang
that'd
over
be
the
neat.
trucks that are warm.
clear base.
Not, I don't
Like a
think those
clear
are warm
base.
enough.
Well, yeah, no, but you get one that is. They make
Oh, yeah.
they make some, or like a cool bulb, like maybe like a.
You go to Home Depot. Do you guys have these but warmer? Like this just isn't warm
Dude, you
enough
can't
for
talk
me.
to nobody. There's nobody to ask.
That's yeah.
There's somebody for the electrical section, somebody for the keys,
Huh?
and there's a dude. There's only actually two people in there.
You know you mumble a lot on here.
There's
Anyway.
somebody for the electrical section, and there's somebody for the keys.
Here, hit that. Hey, then when you're done, you got to think while you're hitting that. What the next thing we're gonna talk about is
I wonder if
papers.
has any-
Like
yeah,
you're kind of like a paper
all these-
expert, so
Well, I don't
We-
no, I wouldn't say paper.
dog,
expert.
you roll so
We-
many of these joints.
And like
with
you're like
everyone
super
with a
pretentious
filter.
about.
It's always the same
what
way.
Well, I just watched this one video
God,
by Rock.
every fucking probably once every month I get explained something about papers from you, like why.
And it's
this-
something that no one cares about.
He lit the papers
I
on
don't
fire,
give a fuck.
and then what was left over from the papers was like it kind of like made me like think like whoa. Like I was like
That was the only thought was whoa.
yeah like
I think
that.
we got the wrong guy for the paper expert.
Well,
What?
like he wanted to smoke 4 and 4. He was like, I'm gonna hit it 4 times, then you hit it 4 times. But I've really been running like a 1 to 4. So look, so tell me why you go with raw. Like, so from everything I know about Johnny goes with raw and zigzag green. The zigzag
the
green is
zigzag
what?
greens.
Tell me about it. The zigzag green.
Him.
Pick it up real quick.
This right here. The box broke, but I don't know. Here's like the lid door.
Oh, perfect. That's all you
Well, and
need.
those were the first ones that you had me start rolling with, and those were
they're
the
like
easiest
one of the
papers I've ever
easiest
rolled with.
papers to roll. Ironically, I figured out
Do you
about
think it's thick?
zigzag green on the.
It's a little
on
bit thick,
accident.
but not like the Blazy Susans are thicker.
What about the gum? Do you think it's a gummier paper?
Perfect
Hey, why
amount
don't
of
you
gum.
burn one of those versus a raw? And let's see which one burns more. You're
These
gonna do it in
burn
that
the
black tray or
same.
what?
Yeah, these will burn.
This
the
isn't a
same.
black tray. This is my iPad.
This is a
Oh,
black
that
tray.
black tray. I was like, do not.
Dude,
burn
let's
that
do it
shit.
on Kurt's iPad. Oh, bro,
You
you
can
want
buy
to
me a
get
new one.
views or not, dude?
I don't know that we can get them to stand up. It's super windy in here.
Which one's that?
This
Raw.
is the raw. But see, it'll
So
burn
raws-
down. Ah.
Raw's claim is that it doesn't leave this; it's floating off.
Raw's claim is
I
that it
can't
doesn't
catch it.
leave that except for the gum line that's on there.
Oh, okay.
The paper doesn't burn off anything like that.
All right,
So
burn that one.
Well, I
this
think
is-
that
it's gonna burn the same way.
'cause
Exactly
it's
the
or-
same.
It's the organic hemp. I think
Ah.
is the claim,
You
right?
don't notice any difference.
Not really. Just burn it on the table.
Burn one of the house plants.
I wish it wasn't so windy in here.
The OCB.
I'm gonna do one of these because these ones will get fucked. I bet.
Yeah, the juicy days are the worst. These houseplants are rice paper. So there's really
Yeah, put that shit up.
there's really only like 3 or 4 different things they make paper out of. It's either hemp fibers, rice paper, flax fibers,
Bamboo.
bamboo. I think that's like the 4 things.
You would go with bamboo?
I like the hemp all the way. Like that's why I
Is
like
hemp
the,
is because
that's why I like
it's
the
like
raw
it-
greens. That's
is
why I
it
like
'cause
the
it
raw
feels-
organic hems.
It feels weedy, or why? Like, why not the rice? Burn the rice real quick.
The rice is chill. It burns right. It burns like, I don't know. I guess maybe that's even burning a little faster. But
Don't you think the rice is kind of like the thinnest?
I would have to say probably the thinnest.
I feel like
This is the most worst for you.
Which one's
Like,
that?
look at the colors
J's.
that it burns. And like
That's how slow it is.
and look, the whole paper ashes. So look at how much ash comes from that paper.
Show me an orange zigzag.
Orange zigzag, same thing.
Same as the juicy?
Same as the juicy.
Really?
Not as much, but man.
but like all that
It's
ash.
kind of slow burning. It's real thick paper. So what about the classic raw? You got a
So,
raw classic
there's
out
the
here?
issue with this white paper is that it's got this. You got this thing that I told you to write down.
Nah.
It's got this thing in it.
Tell me what are you talking about? It's a chemical, right?
It's a chemical.
Monica cause
What would I Google to find out, Johnny?
What they use to whiten rolling papers. What chemical?
Don't they bleach it?
Yeah, it's like with some.
with a chemical.
But anyways,
They don't bleach it with bleach.
That's what you're seeing. Like that's why you're getting that white ash is because they're putting this chemical in there to make that white ash.
Does the thickness or thinness of the paper bother you or not?
I like thinner papers. I really like,
a
the
thick.
raw gold.
What about like a thick, clean paper?
I would love I wish they could make that this orange raw that was like not ashing like that, not with the white shit in it. I've recently been rolling with these fine
the
papers.
orange
They don't
zigzag?
do- they don't
Orange
do any of
zigzag
that.
claims bleached, right?
Yeah, they like some of them
These
say
ones
bleached on
burn
them.
chill, just like the raw.
You know what we
papers.
need? You know how like Joe Rogan's like, "Hey Jamie, search this up."
What
Can't
about
we
it?
be like, "Hey Jamie, search this up" to Austin?
We'll get there. We'll get there
Okay,
for sure.
Okay, next episode. The orange ones do not say bleach, but I've definitely seen it on some of their papers.
I agree with you, Kurt. Though that's a great idea. Austin should already have been ready on this.
Yeah, like you should almost be able to pull it up. Well, I already Googled it. I'm just still trying to find it.
It's like you don't even want to get on with nothing.
Well, like
He's not trying to be like, he's not trying to chime in or nothing.
Well, yeah, he's like sitting far as fuck from the microphone, and like he just shot a rubber band at me. Like, how is that productive? I'm still trying to find this thing.
This track coming soon.
Well, and like you know, like on Joe Rogan, like
So
they'll
burn
pull
up-
up the video or whatever. Like Austin could be doing that on this computer.
What
but-
kind is that one? And can you burn the Blazy Susan now? The pink one?
Yeah.
And the
They're
pink
chill.
element. The pink element rice paper too.
I don't feel like I've learned anything from him doing this.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Do the rip and dip ones, dude.
What are the rip and dip ones?
Because we're kind of like seeing like real time next to each other, which ones are burning fast, slow,
I guess
how
that's
much
true.
shit they leave.
Those
So
ones burn
Johnny
the
and-
same speeds.
I
So
feel
what'd
like
you
this
think about
defeats
those,
the
Johnny?
purpose of an expert.
What'd you think about those?
This is like we all know nothing.
I
Nah.
like them. I think they're chill.
I'm saying were they as like not just in comparison, like how much more chalk than the rest of them, or how much more ash than the rest of them.
No more than
That
the
one
raw.
smells a lot. Like,
They
So
do.
the
smell
pink.
burning
So
way
what you're
more.
saying
They
is the
do,
pink
and I've always
blazy.
just been kind of thrown off by it. I don't really understand.
The
Nobody's
pink
explained
blazy
it.
did the same as the raw, or the
You
pink
don't know
element.
ChatGPT it.
The pink. Oh, this came way later, I believe. Yeah.
No,
yeah.
no, no, not
Raw's
which
been
one
around.
came out first or second. I'm saying which one put out more ash.
Oh, same amount. Same amount of ash, but I think they burn differently. Like not like differently in the time.
And
but,
you
like,
don't fuck with
smoking
the
one
pink
versus
paper
the
so
other, I
much.
think they taste a little differently.
Like you wouldn't do it.
No, I would like not like for.
Calcium carbonate or
I think the
chlorine?
nice thing
calcium
about
carbonate.
pink. I think the nice thing about pink though is that it's really unsaturated red. So like it's not a dark deep paper. It's like super light.
I
It's
mean,
like I bet it's not good to smoke dye, but it's like it's the same as blue, right? Like if you could get like a baby blue paper like that, like
Well, so like I had ones Juicy J's. I don't remember what it's cotton candy ones, and they're like blue, and when you light them, they burn green.
that's what I'm saying. The juicy
like-
days is that's what all this ash is right there. The Juicy J is so, it's not great.
What about
And, like, the
them,
flavor
what about
doesn't
them
transfer
What
well
about them
through
Grateful
the
Dead
smoke.
ones?
They're chill. They're just Lazy Susans.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I like I said, I'm not really sure what makes the Lazy Susans pink. It says on there,
Those aren't places. Susans.
our slow burning, ultra thin vegan papers are made from the finest wood pulp for the ultimate smoking
shit.
pleasure.
These ones say Alcoy Spain on them.
Those ones-
The Elements.
Yeah, that's because they're probably pretty old.
Old school, man. You know, we've been smoking these. We
Well,
got too many
why
packs of
couldn't-
papers around
No,
here.
it's wild because that's what Raw got sued for putting on their papers because
Oh,
there's
that's
no.
because Elements is raw, I believe. Same
Yo,
with
yeah.
Juicy
I know
J.
Juicy J's is. It's all HBI, right?
HBI.
It's weird
sells
that
their
he can
shit.
go like
Okay.
it's funny how corporate kind of he actually is, right? Like I'm not trying to hate on the dude, and you know I am trying to become a little bit more corporate myself. So like,
I'm a huge fan.
but
of
like
it,
it's
yeah.
like you have this brand that you really like, that you really trump up, right? Like you're just like, dude, we're the purest, we're the cleanest, we fucking fuck with all the only the dopest shit. So right now, what you're talking about basically is that the cleanest and the dirtiest paper that you got in front of you are both from the same company, made in the same fucking place. Don't you think?
Yeah, but it's kind of like I don't remember what brands it is, but like Marlboro is like the nicer of the cigarettes, but they own Pall Mall because you need a cheaper.
That's what I'm saying. It's like,
Yeah,
so
it's all
you're
brands.
claiming you're like this one thing, but in reality, on your other hand, you're
Oh,
selling this other
It
thing.
would almost be like
Especially
if
like Josh
Elon-
Kesselman. Josh Kesselman call out, man. It's like, the fuck, right? Like, you can't, like, are you really a hippie if you're fucking selling these
I
juices?
don't know, man.
Hey, where's the juices made at?
It's the same thing.
Alcoy, Spain?
Well, it doesn't.
Or
actually
that's
tell
made in
you
China?
Made in Spain. Alcoy, the birthplace of rolling papers.
Fuck
It
off, dog.
doesn't say made in Alcoy, Spain.
It just says made in Spain.
And
Alcoy
that's
is the
because it's
birthplace of
on
rolling
the-
papers.
I
Isn't
don't know,
that
this
a
isn't
fuck?
over pat,
Is
so-
HBI just a distribution company, or does
Well, that's what he
Kesselman
would.
own that
That's
too?
what he would say. It's his distribution company that owns Raw Juicy.
But does he own HBI,
It
or does
doesn't.
HBI
I don't think it
own?
owns raw.
Well, it's like okay.
I
It
can
just
Google it.
distributes.
So
Jamie.
like pretty soon, the Glassmith is gonna own Glassmith 2039 LLC. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
like they're two different companies. But your boy Bill's the president of both.
Well, I guess that's my question: is does he own HBI, or does HBI just carry his product?
You don't know this shit, Johnny? Did you do any research before we got here?
Not for that. How would I have thought of that?
Oh, all right. So which joint you gonna roll? Now that you've looked at all these papers, which one you gonna do that last joint with?
I don't know. I guess these rip and dips.
All right, rip and
Well,
dip
and,
it
like,
is.
I don't know if you've smoked these ones much,
Pretty
but these are
cool.
their new. I don't know what they call them. Ethereal papers. They're like ultra thin.
Let's do one of those
what's,
instead.
What's the
Okay.
benefit of this? I couldn't roll a joint with it. Like I tried one night and I was just really struggling.
You
'cause
kept
of how
ripping
thin
it?
is. Ripping it, and then like getting the grip on it was difficult because how thin it was.
Nice. Burn one of those, dog.
Well, you just.
Did you already
Yeah.
burn one? While we're at it, dude. Shit.
Kirk,
Wow, it burns.
Is that the same?
Wow.
real fast.
No, that was a good
Really
one.
fast. I think that's one of the things that like
Good burn.
do you use different papers depending on the environment you're in?
What
like
about
if
the-
you're like smoking on the highway,
Well, so
like sitting on the side of it, not driving.
What about the mood you're in? Like, sad?
Like you want the joint to last
when
longer,
I'm really sad, I roll a Juicy J.
knowing that it'll kill you a little bit, or what?
And then whenever I'm in a great mood, I pick up the Raha Ethereal. I'm mostly in a great mood most days, unless I hang out with Billy too much.
back
Well,
when
I'm shocked you didn't say my name.
Fantastic mood.
back when I used to feel things, I when I was having a bad day, I'd eat imitation crab and
Give me
sweet
my
pickles.
fucking shit.
I was getting it prepared for you, dickhead.
Dog, you need more, bud?
Well, you asked me to
Anyway.
roll another joint.
For Billy, Kurt, and Johnny, it's been another episode of the Glassmith Pod. Y'all make sure you like, subscribe, follow, all the places: YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Anything anywhere else? What am I missing?
Come through
Oh
to
yeah,
the
grand opening.
of
Grand opening,
Glassmith?
June 1st, 6/1.
What?
Yeah, prize wheel. We got
Raffles, glass blowing,
maybe live music. Yeah.
I'm sure like we're gonna have
Live
multiple
music,
kinds of alcohol.
live music
Ciders.
can
We're hoping
mean
to have.
anything. We 100% will have live music. What?
Right on.
Johnny's gonna be singing.
Right on. Thanks a lot, y'all. Have a great day. Austin Wholesale Supply, the premier smoke shop, wholesale supply shop in the whole greater Austin region. We at the Glassmith buy almost all of our products from AWS, whether it's gummies from Sweet Sensei or vapes from Hometown Hero or vapes like Geek Bar, Elf Bar, and the like. They have everything. They always keep us stocked, laced up. They're up on Anderson Lane. Shout out to Raj, Asif, Angie, Kevin, and the whole rest of the gang up there. They treat us so great. The customer service in there is impeccable. If you're in the smoke shop business, I suggest you go up there and give them a call as soon as possible.